exercise, right? So let's try example 2.7. The question is to solve absolute value 5x minus 6, absolute value less equal 4. All right. We just saw if absolute value of anything is less equals a positive number, take its negative to the first, keep the less than or equal. In this case, less than or equal to. Write the expression in between, less than or equal the positive 4. So what did we do? We took the 4, wrote negative 4 here, positive 4 here, and the expression in between. Remember, this is less equals and that continues. This does not work for greater equals, okay? It's only for less equals. At this point, I can solve for x. So there are two inequalities here. So go through everything simultaneously. Negative 6, I want to get rid of. Add 6. You see there are 3 pieces. 1 is here, 1 is here, and 1 is here. I hope it's clear, right? There is that inequality. Because there are 2 inequalities, there are 3 pieces here. I want to solve for x, so get rid of the negative 6 by adding 6 to each part of these inequalities. Negative 4 plus 6 is plus 2, less equals 5x minus 6 plus 6, they cancel. You are left with 5x, less equals 4 plus 6 is a 10. You're almost done. You want to solve for x, divide by 5. But when you divide throughout. Remember, 5 is a positive number. So no change in inequality. You have fraction 2 over 5 less equals fraction 5x over 5 less equals fraction 10 over 5. So this simplifies fraction 2 over 5 less equals 5x over 5, 5's cancel, less equals 10 over 5 is a 2. You have isolated x, so you have solved for x. But remember, the question wants you to solve, graph the solution, and write the solution in interval notation. So let's first graph the solution. So draw your number line. 2 over 5 somewhere on your number line. 2 is to the right somewhere on the number line. Is 2 over 5 included? Yes, that equal tells me it's included. So the point here is a filled in point. Likewise, is 2 included? Yes, there is that equal possibility. And x is between 2/5 and 2 inclusive at the end point. So it starts at the end point and continues until the end point. This is the graph of this inequality. And in interval, so that's the graph part. Interval notation. Okay, I should say simply solution set. Okay, this is an included point, so you use bracket. Bracket 2/5. This is also included, so that will be another bracket at 2. That's it. All right, let's try one more. Exercise 2.147. Solve, graph, write solution in interval notation. Question is, absolute value 2x minus 5 less equals 5. Well, first thing first, absolute value less equals 5 means write negative 5 and positive 5. These are the two ends of your inequalities. That's a less equals. The expression inside less equals. That's it. So this inequality is basically a sequence of inequalities. Okay. Now we want to solve for x. In other words, you want to first get rid of negative 1. You add 1 throughout. 1 for each part that has been separated by an inequality. Okay. At this time, negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4 less equals 2x minus 1 plus 1. Negative 1 plus 1 cancel. You have 2x less equals 5 plus 1 is 6. Now, goal is to solve for x. So, divide by 2. So, that's a fraction. Negative 4 by 2 less equals fraction 2x over 2 less equals fraction 6 over 2. Once you see this, now you can see how to simplify. Negative 4 over 2 is negative 2 less equals 2x over 2, the 2's cancel, x less equals 6 over 2 is a 3. So you have solved for x. It's time to graph it. To graph it, you simply take a number line. Negative 2 is somewhere here. 3 is somewhere here. X is between these two. Is it equal? Yes. Equal means filled in point. Is this possibly equal? Yes. Equal means filled in point. And now x is between these two ends. Which brings us to solution set in the interval form. The leftmost point of your interval is negative 2, which is included, so it's a bracket. Right hand point is 3, which is also included, so that's a bracket. That's it. Okay, let's try one more. Here is exercise 2.148. Solve, graph, solution set. Okay, you want all of the three. Absolute value 4x minus 5 less equals 3. Okay, it's a less than, be it less than or less equals, the approach is same. Take this number, make sure it's positive, then write down the negative of it. Less equals 4x minus 5 less equals 3. Now you go about isolating x. So add 5. add 5, add 5, add 5. There are 3 expressions to add 5 to. Okay, they are separated by these inequalities. Negative 3 plus 5 is 2, less equals 4x, less equals 3 plus 5 is an 8. At this point, to solve for x, you divide throughout by 4. 2 over 4 less equals 4x over 4 less equals 8 over 4. Fraction 1 over 2 less equals x less equals 2. This brings us to the graphing part. You have your number line. Write down half, which is somewhere here, and 2 is to the right of it, somewhere here. Are we allowed to be equal? Yes. So this is a closed point. Closed point is filled in point. Are we allowed to be equal to? Yes. So that's also a filled in point. And x has to be between these two endpoints. Okay. Solution set in interval form. That's half. And included, so that's a bracket, comma, that's a 2, that's also in bracket. Okay, we will continue in our next video.